Hello dears, today we will discuss with you a branch from theoretical linguistics called word formation processes. Firstly, let's start with the important question. What's the meaning of word formation processes? The main objective of the word formation processes are to form new words with the same roots by deploying different rules or process, which is the process that the new words are produced either by modification of existing words or by complete innovation, which in turn become a part of the language. The word formation processes is regarded as the branch of morphology, and it has many types as coinage, borrowing, compounding, blending, clipping, and also back formation, conversion, acronymy, derivation, and finally multiple processes. Let's start with the first type, coinage. Coinage, one of the least common processes of word formation in English. Coinage is the invention of totally new terms. The most reason for coining new terms is inventing trade names for commercial products that become general terms. Usually it's used without the capital letters as the result of being part of the everyday used words in language. Some examples of the coinage as aspirin, nylon, zipper, Kleenex, Vaseline, Teflon, Xerox, and the most common example for the coinage is Google. The second type we have borrowing, which means the taking over of words from other language. When a word from one language is adopted for use in another, these are a borrowed or loaned words. The abstract noun borrowing refers to the process of speakers adopting words from a source language into their native language. Borrowing is a consequence of cultural contact between two language communities, as the borrowing of words can go in both directions between two language in context. Some examples about the borrowing: croissant. Croissant is not an English word, but it's French. We are borrowed it from the French. Dope, lilac, piano, pretzel, sofa, tattoo, tycoon, yogurt, and zebra. The third type is compounding. Compounding when two words are used together to form a new meaning. A compound is formed. We have many types of compounding, as compound words can be written in three words, as open compounds, closed compounds, and hyphenated compound. Let's start with the first type, open compounds, spelled as two words. Some examples about it: ice cream, life jacket, high school, web page, and mobile phone. Some examples about the second type, that named closed compound, is that joined to form a single word: doorstep, grandmother, keyword, waterproof, and notebook. And the last type is hyphenated compound, two words joined by a hyphen: long-term, open-minded, good-hearted, well-known, left-handed. Let's go to the blending type. Blending parts of the words combined together to form new words, usually the beginning of a word joined to the end of another word. Blending is a type of word formation in which two or more words are merged. An example for blending is brunch, in which the beginning of word breakfast is joined with the ending of the word lunch. Some more examples as internet. Internet, we get it from the beginning of international and the beginning of network. Also, English plus Spanish give us Spanglish. French and Anglais give us Franglais. Let's go to the clipping. Clipping, also called it shortening, is a word formation by removing some segments of a word to create a synonym. Clipping differs from abbreviation, which is based on shortening of the written rather than the spoken. As we have mathematics, we get math. Gymnasium, we get gym. Gasoline, we get gas. Advertisement, we get ad. Let's go to the back formation. Back formation is the process of forming a new word by removing actual affixes from another word, also known as a back derivation, forming a new word, usually a verb, by removing a part or affixes of a longer word, usually a noun. A good example of back formation is the process whereby the noun television first came into use and then the verb televise was created from it. Moreover, as the noun donation, we get from it the verb donate, emote from emotion, babysit from babysitter, work from the noun worker, and edit from the editor. Let's go to the conversion. Conversion, it is a shift in the function of a word without any changes, also known as zero derivation. Let's have some examples as a patter, chair, email, vacation. Also, it's called null derivation. Conversion is a kind of word formation involving the creation of words from an existing word without any change in it or in its form, which is also derivation using in it called zero. Let's discuss one type from it as the conversion from verb to noun, as we have guess, a guess, must, a must, spy, a spy. Acronymy, this type we use it in our daily life, as it was new words are formed from the initial letters of a set of other words. An acronym is a word formed by abbreviating a phrase by combining certain letters of words in the phrase, often the first initial of each, into a single term. Example, CD, which is acronym for compact disc, laser, which acronym for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Acronyms are pronounced mainly as words, such as UNESCO, NASA, and radar. Also, some acronyms are not pronounced as words but as a separate letters. Let's have some examples as when we say I will go to the ATM, which ATM is acronym for automatic teller machine. Personal, and also when I say please give me your PIN, which I mean your personal identification number. And here we have some pictures that introduce more examples as OMG, that we use it in our daily life, but it's acronym for oh my god. And finally, we have derivation. Derivation in descriptive linguistics and traditional grammar, the formation of a word by changing the form of the base or by adding affixes to it. It is the most common word formation processes in English by combining affixes as un, miss, bre, less, which appear in some examples as unhappy, prejudge, and boyish, careless. We have many types of affixes as prefix, which are added to the beginning of word. Example for it: unhappy, prejudge, impossible, unable, disagree, and anti-government. The second type is suffixes, which are added to the end of a word as joyful, sadness, careless, argument, punishment, and rudeness. And thirdly are prefixes plus suffixes. An example for it is disrespectful. Thank you for watching this video and I hope it was useful for you. This was presented by Lina Ahmed, Group A, under supervision of Dr. Mona Eid.